Hey y'all, happy Monday. We got some exclusive, explosive information. Shout out to Keisha. She told us that the reason why this phone and the whole situation with Nolan Wells basically was because Nolan recorded a fight, y'all. And the fight was with Warren's brother. Remember, Warren said his brother got into an altercation, right? Do y'all remember that? Well, it is, in my opinion and my belief, y'all let the record reflect that Bart also is the one that allegedly, in my opinion, possibly could have choked out Nolan. And the reason why they're trying to cover up Bart so much is because Bart is the main culprit in my eyes, in my opinion. So this is why we don't see Bart. We don't see Bart's lawyer no more. Remember, he had the Timu lawyer coming out talking tough, talking about he just bought a whole box of paper to start printing up lawsuits. Remember, we seen him, the Timu lawyer, talking tough. I mean, pork belly Timu lawyer was coming out talking greasy to everybody, trying to tell them to stop basically trying to talk about Bart. Why is everybody trying to be silent about Bart? We know that he's in Wyoming in a college, allegedly going and getting like a ESPN contract, right? Is this why they're trying to hold this from Bart? Because they're trying to be like, no, we're trying to cover this up, Bart. We're trying to get you to the NFL. ESPN is already doing clips on you. So I believe, in my heart of hearts, in my own opinion, let the record reflect with this new information that we got. This was not even possibly a boating accident. This was a fight, in my opinion, at Horn Island. And the fight with the fight with Warren and his little brother, Nolan recorded it. So maybe they got into an altercation because all they're talking about is Nolan's phone. Maybe Nolan didn't want to give them his phone, and that's why they choked him out and took his phone. And this is why they are all trying to get to his phone. Now, they're not talking about the other boys' phones. Y'all talking so greasy and so hard about Christine trying to give, them Nolan's phone. But why hasn't these boys given their phone? On top of that, Tatum keeps on having these boys up on his platform trying to plead their case in the public opinion, and it's looking pretty bad. Tatum is setting these boys up for the okie doke, y'all, and it is pretty much working in our favor. Everybody who is trying to get justice for Nolan, it's working in our favor. Tatum is selling them down Horn Island River, and he's letting everybody know that these boys are trying way too hard, right? If these were his friends, even if it was an accident, because it possibly could have been an accident, I believe that maybe Bart probably tried to, jank Nolan up a little bit, try to handle him, because Nolan is a big boy. He's taller than Warren, I believe, if I'm right on the heights of these boys. Nolan, he probably was somebody that Warren couldn't probably handle, and of course probably Warren's brother. So when they were trying to get this phone from Nolan, because they said Warren's brother, they said they gave him 12 pieces and 42 biscuits to go, y'all. They gave him 12 pieces and 42 biscuits to go, and Warren was feeling some type of way about that. He was like, Nolan recorded my brother getting these 42 biscuits, 12 pieces and 42 biscuits, and I'm not having it. You're not going to have that to show to somebody else. So he took it upon himself to try to get Nolan's phone, and it was an altercation that ensued. And this is my opinion. Let the record reflect again, you guys. This is why Bart got involved. I believe, is the one who choked him out because he is way too silent. You don't see Bart going up on Tatum's pack of friends, alleged friends of Nolan's, with those other boys. And then Warren, he looks like he is losing weight. Like Secret Service Sam, is it the Ozempic face? Or is it a stress? Because I know what happened and I was a part of the situation. Probably not choking him out, because I do believe, my heart of hearts, I do believe personally that it was personally, that it was Bart who did this. And is this why they were on the boat tow, right? The boat tow was real. Is this why they were saying, damn it, Bart? Because Bart was trying to save him. Nolan, wake the F up. Nolan's dead. Is this why they were saying this? Because no, Bart allegedly, in my opinion, choked Nolan out. And then Bart was trying to resuscitate Nolan, and it was not coming to what they thought it was going to come to. Was he did a little bit too much of the choking, allegedly, in my opinion. And it was like a no coming back, that Nolan Wells was already gone. This is my opinion. Like I said, let the record reflect. But I kind of am moving away from the boat accident only because when Keisha got this information and she kind of got some intel, somebody sent her, and this is, if it's only true, I'm just going off of that piece of information that she received. If that is true, this is my opinion as to, what happened. So, they had a fight. Okay. It was Warren's brother. Okay. Nolan recorded the fight. Okay. Warren got upset because Warren's brother, they gave him 12 pieces and 42 biscuits to go. And Warren was not having that information to get out, to shame his brother out there in the community. Okay. Bart came, and because maybe Nolan didn't give Warren the phone or whoever the phone, Bart took it upon himself to, to hike Nolan up. Okay. Bart was a little bit too excessive. Okay. It ended up on the boat tow call. Damn it, Bart. Wake the fuck up, Nolan. Yeah. Nolan's dead. All of those things that were said on the boat tow, according to what we all heard, and I can't unhear that, right? So, with all of that being said, this is probably sounds right, because this is why they're trying to get Nolan's phone. Did Nolan's mom, was she able to pull off? Because once you delete stuff off your phone, really it's not deleted. It's back in the cloud. They can pull it back. The phone companies can pull that information back. Were they trying to delete this information and all the social media stuff he had because they were doing this to Nolan? Was Nolan maybe recording and was smart and recorded some of the some of the fight that they had with him when, allegedly Bart was choking him out? And this is my words, my opinions. I do believe so. So needless to say, from what I'm seeing from the receipt that Keisha got, this situation, exclusive situation, is nothing to do with drowning at all. This happened at Horn Island. They were all at Horn Island, surrounded like a rap cipher, and Warren's little brother was fighting somebody, and it got out of control. Warren's brother got his badonkadonk, tore out the frame, and Warren said he don't want Nolan to show that to anybody else, and they wanted his phone with the evidence of the 12 pieces and 42 biscuits to go, and Nolan was probably fighting them and saying, no, this is my phone. This is my phone. I can record what I want to. And then Warren, with his narc self, narcissistic ways, was like, no, you're giving me that phone. And that's when Bart stepped in and said, oh, you don't want to give Warren the phone? Okay, I'm about to handle you. And allegedly he did. My opinion. This is my opinion. This exclusive information that really makes sense to me. So this is why I believe they took his body. They took Nolan's body after they tried to resuscitate him, and they were unsuccessful in resuscitating him. They all got scared and they flipped out, and they were trying to find excuses and alibis to try to get Nolan's death in the hands of some authorities, where they can feel like, okay, it's being tracked. Okay, we have our alibi. But this is my opinion, y'all. Let the record reflect. I believe it was no drowning. They threw his body in the water, which it was a time to let his body go in the water and, stay there and wash up allegedly. Who even knows? It was their body was not even the water that long, because if it was, it wouldn't have been decomposing, because it was salt water. But y'all, this is my opinion. Let the record reflect. Lead with love, peace, and tranquility, and I'll see y'all in the next video.